Hey, so my name is Waylon Lewis, and today we're going to talk about how to let go. So I thought I wanted to talk about how letting go is overrated. So I'll start with that. But actually, letting go is probably underrated as well. So how is letting go overrated? Well, everyone in this Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram culture likes to share quotes saying, let go, if it's heavy, let go of it. And they're kind of inspiring, and they're probably kind of true, but they don't, obviously they're not in depth. They're just these sort of sound bites, new agey sound bites. And while it is important to let go in life, we need to know how. And if you just drop something, that's not letting go of it. It's actually incredibly irresponsible. You could call it littering, karmic littering. So as an entrepreneur, I'm constantly told by people to let go. I say, oh, I'm kind of burned out, I'm tired, I'm having a hard time. They say, oh, you need to let go, you need to go on vacation. If I did that, my business would fall apart. It's a growing business. We have 25 staff, all of them have needs. We have 20 million readers, all of them have concerns or needs. And we have 18 other aspects of the business, the market, the videos, the books, the office. Things are constantly falling apart. As anyone who runs a family household knows, even with a couple children, everything is constantly coming together, falling apart, coming together, falling apart. And that's actually a good transition, because you would never tell a mom who's overwhelmed or a dad who is stressed out to just let go of their child. Just let go. Leave the kid in Whole Foods, leave the kids in King Supers, and just move on with your day. You'll be much happier. That might be slightly true. They might be relieved briefly to be able to go exercise or nap. But obviously they wouldn't feel good about it. It would be irresponsible. It's probably illegal, and it would be horrible for the kid. So that's how our life is. We have a lot of responsibilities and we can't let go. But it is also true that entrepreneurs, that parents need to let go and take a vacation or take a break or help themselves out. Maitri, we have another video on how to take care of yourself, how to make friends with yourself. Maitri, M-A-I-T-R-I, check that one out. Pema Chodron talks about it a lot. How do we make friends with ourselves, all of us, not just the easy, fun, good-looking parts, but the difficult, ugly, kind of depressed parts. So letting go is overrated from the point of view of you can't just drop it and move on. You need to actually be responsible. Sacrifice is underrated in this society, and at building anything, whether it's a family or a business, takes sacrifice. And sacrifice often means you want to let go. You want to go watch Star Wars: The Force Awakens, but instead you work at home on your laptop, or you help your kid out. On the other hand, letting go is vital to what the Buddhists might call authentic presence. Trungpa Rinpoche talks a lot about this. So if you can't let go, then you're kind of like a stuck plumbing. You're just clogged up. So you need to just have everything flowing. So how do we let go properly? We have to actually deal with it and face the music. You don't just drop it like in those Pinterest quotes because they're heavy. There's this quote that gets so many likes every time I see it shared. He let go or she let go because for the simple reason that it was heavy. That's some bullshit. You want to tell that to Obama, to any president? Just let go, because you have a lot of responsibilities. They must be tough. You should just drop them. That's what I would call kindergarten spirituality, or Trungpa Rinpoche might call spiritual materialism. The actual way to let go is to face the music of the difficulty and the uckiness of our lives, and to embrace it, and to have a sense of humor about it, and to breathe through it like in a difficult yoga class where you're breathing through some stuckness or emotion. I mean, breath, it really is almost that simple. If we can breathe through something, we can get through it, and then we can let go. When my business has enough leaders and enough listeners, then I can let go and I can go on vacation, which hopefully would be sooner than later. We practice in Elephant, and maybe this is helpful for all of you, something adapted from the Buddhist tradition called touch and go. And in the business context, it means you touch in, which is the sort of employee kind of devotion aspect. Touch in, you get wisdom, you get the background information, you get the contacts, you get any advice. But then go is the sort of entrepreneur leadership part. So you're both being an employee which has some sense of hierarchy and some sense of listening and openness. And you are also a leader, which has some sense of service. Leader isn't above employee. In fact, it's probably the reverse. The Buddhist aspect of hierarchy would be having leaders at the bottom serving everyone up top. So you touch in, you get all the information and advice, and then you go and you do it in your own way. Maybe you don't use all of the advice, but at least you're aware of that context. So touch and go. And that can be a helpful process in life, whether it's working with your lover or your husband or wife or girlfriend or therapist or colleagues or whoever it is in your daily life. If you can engage in whatever is heavy and deal with it properly and fully, with respect, with bravery, open eyes, instead of running away from it, and then you can let go. Thank you so much.